This video is split into 4 parts. So today I'm teaching you how to edit an intro like CallMeCarson on Adobe Premiere Pro. Like this. So the first thing you want to do is drag in your clip. And you just need the actual video part of it. You do not need the audio, so you can unlink it there. The next thing you're going to do is go to speed/duration and just speed it up a lot. The faster it is, the better. So the longer the clip, the better. I just set the duration to about a minute here, and that seems to work pretty good, as you can see there. You can use any clip. I just use some speedrunning gameplay. Next thing you want to do is you want to get in your effects tab. You want to open up distort and lens distortion. Drag it onto your clip. Change the curvature to I tried a whole bunch of different things here. The best one to do would probably be about 58. Right when you get it about how you want, you're gonna scale it up so it fits exactly on it. That gives it like an old TV kind of vibe. And you use that cool curved effect. Once you do that, I just have to render it out. Next, you're gonna get your camera blur, drag it on top of the image, and you're just gonna make it so it blurs in at the time, right? And you want your background to be a bit blurry, so just turn up the blur to whatever you want. I add keyframes in here where the blur like gets big, a little bit changed as it goes on. I just kind of like how that looks, but you of course don't have to do this. You can do whatever you want. Make sure that you change the color on the lens distortion to black. Part 2, text animation. So what you're going to want to do is put in your audio. I used Happy Days, and CallMeCarson uses it a lot in his videos. You can use anything that has a bass drop. You're going to go to the bass drop and add a marker. Then when you do that, you're going to make a new title and name whatever you want. Whatever the name of your title you want it to be. In this case, I just wrote down what I wanted for like a little Twitch project. But whatever you want will work. It doesn't really matter. Once you have that, you're going to want to center it. Drag it so it lines up in the middle. Make sure it's centered, that's important. You can download a text if you want. And the text that he uses, I will link in the description below. It's called Prime Time. And that's the one he uses, and it looks really clean. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to drag your clip so it ends or starts on the bass drop. And then put it right there so it looks like that. So now that you have your text in place, make sure it's lined up with the bass drop. Mine is. You're going to go to Effects and Effect Controls, and you're going to set keyframes on all that, and you're going to move it down a little bit. Then you're going to skip ahead a couple seconds. I do about 10 here. Add more keyframes, and then bring it in more and rotate it. That will give it the animation it has in his intros. And trim it to the end. So now if you watch that, this is what it looks like. And this even looks a bit slow, so you can speed it up if you want to, just by dragging back the keyframes. And that will speed up this, but whatever works. Another thing you're going to want to add, if you go to Outlines, quick reminder in the middle of the video here that 94.6% of you guys are not subscribed. It would mean a lot if you could change that. 99.982% of you guys are monkey, and you could be part of that percent that is not. So liking and subscribing means a lot and helps me out and motivates me. And you can unsubscribe at any time. I don't care. If you don't like the content, subscribe anyway, and then judge my future content. You can set the size to 20, I guess I do here. Oh wait, no, I make it 50. And then that just adds a little black around the edges, and it makes it look really clean and way better. So that's what it looks like right now. You can obviously make it different colors if you want. I think white looks the best, but whatever you want. Completely up to you. Alt and drag, duplicate it. You're gonna want to duplicate the text, the title, duplicate it up 2 times. This is where you're gonna get that RGB effect. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to RGB, color balance, and drag onto each of the clips. Now on each clip, you're gonna go to the color, move them all down to 0, and then so that one's blue, move it so just green is at 100. Move the next one to just red is at 100. And basically, that just makes them all have their own color, right? As you can see there. So what I'm doing here, I'm just moving them all ever so slightly. So once they're moved ever so slightly, it kind of gives like a weird outline effect, and eventually I'm going to blend all the colors together. So now that I've moved them all, you just move them all and mess with them. You're going to go to blend mode, which I'm doing here on opacity tab, and change them all to screen. Once you do that, as you can see, the colors are already blending together. All the colors are going to blend together and give you that nice white with the RGB around it. And I do that here, but I think I end up moving that one back. I guess you don't change the bottom one because it doesn't look as clean. It gets rid of that black. So now it looks like this. Right, and that looks really good. The quality looks bigger, of course. So that's it right now. You can mess around with the RGB and get it how you want. You can even keyframe the RGB if you want. So now here's some of the finishing touches you could do. Add an adjustment layer, and you're going to drag it on top of this. On this adjustment layer, you're going to add you're going to add the lens distortion effect onto it. And you're gonna change the curvature into the negatives. What this does is just gives it, I don't know, it just makes it look more curved. It looks cool. Mess around. I end up using -5 here, I think, and that just makes it look a little bit more curved, a bit more distorted, and it looks really good. You can also keyframe the blurs, so it blurs when it hits the bass drop, and that looks really good. So if you don't know how to keyframe, you just set a keyframe where you want and just change it. And yeah, this is the end product. And I just had it fade out at the end. Anyways, hope you liked that video. Please subscribe if this helped you. If not, whatever. A like, it helps me make more videos.